Okay, so here's a tutorial on doing vector problems. So this is for vector problems number 1. Okay, so when we do vectors, remember that vectors are lines with arrowheads on them. They're telling us direction and things like that. So the one that I want to take a look at is problem number 2. So we're going to do vector problems number 2. So number 2. And this says that Erica and Troy are out fishing on the lake on a hot summer day. When they both decide to go for a swim, Erica dives off the front of the boat with a force of 45 newtons, and Troy dives off the back of the boat with a force of 60 newtons. Okay, so first off we have to label our vectors. We'll start off with, since it's Erica, we'll just do E for Erica, and that's the vector for her, and that will be equal to 45 newtons, capital N for newtons, and then we've got Troy. Troy is 60 newtons. Now, what happens? Let's take a look at this. We could take a look at the boat from the top view, or we can look at the side view. It doesn't matter which one we do, but I'll do the top view. So here is the back of the boat, and here is the bow, and there we go, like this. I know it's a pretty lame looking boat, but that's okay. There are the little, let's say it's a rowboat, there are little seats for the people to be on. Okay, so the story says that Erica dives off the front of the boat. So she goes off this direction here. And Troy dives off this direction here. But there's a little bit of a problem. Okay. He dives this, or Erica dives this way. Let's focus on Erica first. So Erica dives off this way, and I just changed my pencil rather than my pen here. I can see the difference. I don't think you guys can, but that's all right. So Erica dives off this way. So remember the old saying, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. This is one of Newton's laws. Okay, if I push something one way, it pushes back on me, and this is it's just a normal thing. So if Erica jumps off this direction, she's actually going to push the boat this way. Okay, so there's Erica pushing off that way. Well, when Troy jumps off, he jumps off the back this way, but he's going to push the boat backwards this way. Okay, so that's going to be Troy. So when we put these together, we're going to have Erica here pushing, and then we're going to have Troy pushing the opposite direction. So what do? Well, we're going to, since they're all on the same line, we're going to end up subtracting them from each other. So it's going to be Erica plus opposite Troy. Okay, because Troy's going to be going the other direction. It's going to be the opposite. And that's going to give us our resultant. All right, so we have 45 newtons plus negative 60 newtons equals R, and then that means that R is going to be equal to negative 15 newtons. Okay, what does the R mean? This means that the boat will move in the direction Troy pushed. with 15 newtons of force. Okay, and that's going to be our answer. It's important to include the number in our answer when we're here, but we got to understand what the negative is telling us. Okay? Thank you.